Well, today we will be tackling this bathroom vanity. When we bought the house, the kitchen was actually the same color. They tried to antique finish the vanity and the kitchen cabinets, and we repainted them with milk paint. So this is a pretty hideous job. Pretty ugly color. So I think we are going to paint this probably the Seagull Gray milk paint. So we will get started and take you on this little adventure of painting. So we're just going to take off the hardware. The hinges have been painted over, so I don't know if we want to use the same hinges that are on it, or if we want to replace them. I will try to soak them in some Jasco paint remover and scrub them a little bit, see if I can get the paint off. We'll see what they look like. So we'll get these off. Don't mind the stuff in my cabinets. So some of the paint is coming off of the hardware because I don't like anything that looks brassy. So I think I'll just remove all the hardware and put new hardware on. So we're going to get started with cleaning these, do a wipe down. I use a product that is it's a cleaner. It strips the oils off, but we don't need to remove any of the paint or anything. I just want to make sure that there's no loose paint on here. Just get them cleaned up. They probably have a few years of grime on them, so I'll clean them really well, and like I said, use the product that strips any oils off. So I've cleaned the cabinet doors. I used Murphy's oil cleaner just to get any dirt, anything like that off, and then I am going to use a deglosser. I'm doing that outdoors because there is an odor. The deglosser that I use is Save a Gran, and it's just a deglosser. This will remove any oils, anything else, any residuals that are left on the door. And just do a quick wipe down with this, just with a cotton cloth. And I do wear gloves because it's a chemical, so I don't want that absorbing into my skin. The paint that I'm going to be using is General Finishes milk paint, and we've used this on our kitchen cabinets in a previous home. We've used it on bathroom cabinets in our previous home. We used it on our kitchen cabinets here in this house, and you may have seen the previous video on that, but that turned out really nice. It gives a very smooth finish, and the color we're using is Seagull Gray. These are great paints to paint over something that's been previously painted. And then once that's dry, we will use a General Finishes High Performance top coat. So this is just a water-based top coat, and it gives a little bit of a sheen to it. Nothing real shiny because I don't like real shiny on cabinets, but it does a great job at finishing. This will protect it, and it keeps it from getting scratched. Again, we've used this in previous homes, and the paint has actually held up extremely well. So this is what we'll be using. So I'm going to wipe down the doors, and then we can start painting. And again, this is just a wipe down to because I did use a soap on it. I rinsed it with clear water on my rag. So I just want to make sure that I get anything off of the doors that's on there. And this deglosser will actually do that. And this stuff dries pretty quick, so you don't have to do anything after you put this on. Again, it's just a deglosser, and as you can see, it's taking off some of the varnish that's on here, and that's okay. We just want to get the majority of it off. Whatever they used on these cabinets as the antiquing paint, it's actually this is doing a pretty good job of removing it. So. Okay, so I'm going to leave the hardware on for the toilet paper roll. I know, it's not professional, not the preferred method, but I'm going to wipe around this and I'm going to paint around it. And even in here, because it's not well ventilated, I have my bathroom window open. And I have a small fan running on the other side of me to blow the vapors out. We will let this dry about a half an hour. Not going to take this off just yet. We will go start painting the cabinet doors that we cleaned off and deglossed about a half an hour ago. Also, just a quick note, before I start painting, the rags that I use with the deglosser on them, I always set these on a piece of cardboard and let them dry completely before I throw them in the garbage, just so there's no vapors with rags bunched up together, because if they are bunched up together and you throw them away like that wet, the vapors can actually start a fire. So for safety reasons, this is always what I do. And take my gloves off and put those with it, and let those dry, and then those rags will just go in the garbage. So I'm back in the kitchen and I'm going to start painting. Have the doors set out on the cabinets or on the counter, and the color we're using is called Seagull Gray. Again, it's the General Finishes milk paint, and it's pretty light. It's got a slight gray tint to it. So this is what color the vanity and the doors will be. So I'll start with the brush and do the outer edges, and then what I can, I will use a small roller, a fine roller. And I use these are fine finish rollers, so it leaves a smooth, very smooth finish on it. No brush lines, nothing like that. So again, I'll do all of the inside trim with the brush, and then I'll roll it afterwards. So I'm going to start painting the vanity. It may take 2 coats, but I'm going to try to lay this on thick. So hopefully we won't have to do 2 coats. So we'll see. Okay, so this is going to need a second coat. It's on there pretty thick, but I'm still seeing some of the turquoise come through. So we'll come back and do a second coat, and then we'll show you what it looks like right before we do the clear top coat. And then we should be done. But this goes pretty quick. This paint dries in about 15 minutes to the touch, and it is not tacky at all, which is why I like it so much. It gives a nice finish as well. Again, it's not shiny. It has just a little more than a matte finish. So this is what we like to use. So just thought we'd share our experience with this type of paint. And like I said, we'll come back and do a second coat, and then we'll show you what it looks like. So the cabinets are done. I got 2 coats of the clear top coat on, and it came out really nice. It's nice and smooth. I'm going to get I got 1 door put back on. I'll get the other 2 doors put back on, and then we'll be done. So we'll get that going. I'm also going to put little rubber bumpers on the doors because the previous ones had fallen off, and every time the door would close, it would slam because these are hard closing hinges. I did end up using the hardware from the original cabinets, and all I did, because these were brass, so I took the paint off because they had been painted turquoise, So I soaked these in some paint remover, got that blue paint off, and I actually sprayed these with a hammered, like a charcoal gray, hammered Rust-Oleum paint. So the hinges are dark. They are hidden hinges, but you will still see the outside. So these will, I think, look pretty good with this color, the light gray, the seagull gray. So we'll get these put on and then we'll be done. So I got all of the doors on, and this is what it looks like finished. So again, it's a light gray, and we really love the color, love how it turned out, and me painting those hinges with the Rust-Oleum kind of made it look nice. It's definitely better than turquoise. It's a finished product, and hope you enjoyed. I know painting is boring, but it's a project that we did, and we're glad it's done. So stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for watching.